What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah. This is your boy, Tone DeShields II. You guys are locked in on your dose of Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Always grateful to be in the presence of the beautiful people. Y'all know how we give it up here. Always got to start the show with gratitude. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show. Means a lot to me. Goes a long way when it comes to building this channel. And as you guys can already see, if you guys have been locked in each and every day, damn near, we're growing. And we're growing fast. I'm super grateful for all the support, the major investment you guys have provided to the show. You guys have been interacting with the giveaways. You guys have been interacting with the merchandise. You guys have been hitting the like button, sharing the content. You've been subscribing. You've been super active in the live chats. You've been supporting me from the beginning. And I'm really grateful for that. So make sure you guys continue to stay locked in. And I'm grateful for newcomers. I'm grateful for people who just found this show. Thank you guys so much. Smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed as well. And I'm even more grateful for those people who come back and watch this live stream after the fact. Some of you guys can't catch it live, and that's okay. Some of you guys got things going on, and I totally understand that. You got responsibilities. I get that, right? Everybody can't watch the show while they're working. But when you get that spare time, I appreciate you guys that always double back and watch the show in your own free time, man. I appreciate that so much, and that goes a long way, right? All of you guys are really the foundation of this channel, of this network that we're building, and I'm so grateful to be here, and I can't wait to continue to talk sports with you guys. As you guys can see, we are sponsored, right? We're sponsored by SeatGeek going forward until further notice. We are currently being sponsored. This show is powered by SeatGeek. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful to be working with them. You guys know how we get down here, right? I always give. I don't just take, I give. And I'm giving you guys a promo code, Chalk It Up Sports, so you guys can get $20 off your first order at SeatGeek, right? You're only your first order though. If you ain't got the app, if you never used SeatGeek before, then it's your lucky day. You can get $20 off your first order. It don't matter what you buy, how many tickets you buy, whatever the total is, $20 off. So I appreciate y'all for locking in on that. The link is in the description if you want to download the SeatGeek app. Make sure you guys click that link and make sure you use my promo code, Chalk It Up Sports, so you can get $20 off your first order. And I appreciate you guys. All right. I know why you guys are here. You guys know the vibes, you know the energy. You know what we got to get into. Your Philadelphia Eagles are 1-1. They're 1-1. And I know on Monday night, we were very emotional Monday night. We had a ton of things going through our minds, good, bad, and different. We had a hard time making sense of the turbulence or making sense of the incongruencies, the dysfunction on defense, the lack of pass rush, and so on and so forth. There were so many things that we were upset about when it comes to that game, be it the play calling, be it, well, more so the situational play calling, be it the interception at the end of the game or the defensive line. There were so many angles that you guys could really be upset about. And I totally understand that. You guys saw me on Monday night. I was very upset about how that game went because they handed it to them. They flat out handed it to them. The Falcons didn't even have to earn that game. They handed it to them. The Eagles lost that game. The Falcons didn't win that game. But nonetheless, the record is 1-1. I say that to say I cannot abandon ship yet. I cannot abandon ship for the reason I just said. They're 1-1. We're entering week 3. It's only been 2 weeks so far. Only been 2 weeks. Yet I do understand the frustration. I understand the concerns. The concerns are very, very real. And I'm going to get to your comments, by the way, you guys. I appreciate y'all. The concerns we all have about the Philadelphia Eagles are very real. I think the most brazen or the most obvious issue that they have is on that defensive line. And that's not what I expected. I expected more issues with your linebackers than your defensive line. And what that defensive line showed us on Monday and what they showed us on Friday when they played the Green Bay Packers is that they are in trouble. But like I said, we're only going into week 3. I'm trying not to abandon ship here, and I never will abandon ship. But I have to acknowledge the reality. The reality is Jalen Carter through 2 weeks has been disappointing. Jordan Davis through 2 weeks has overall been disappointing. Bryce Huff through 2 weeks has been a non-factor. Nolan Smith, ghost the first 2 weeks. BG, he would have had a sack, but they took it off the board. Nonetheless, non-factor the first 2 weeks. Josh Sweat, non-factor the first 2 weeks. The pass rush is non-existent. Why am I giving more love and more credit to Thomas Booker and Milton Williams? Thomas Booker had more tackles than Bryce Huff, and he played less snaps. Where that makes sense at? I think Thomas Booker had more tackles than Jordan Davis, and he played significantly less snaps. Something's not adding up here. Something's not adding up. So that defensive line has real issues right now. They have no pass rush. They can't stop the run. At this point, we might as well be playing 7 on 11. That's what it feels like out there. Quarterbacks have time. Jordan Love didn't even have to run and get athletic on the Eagles. All he had to do was drop back in the pocket. Kirk Cousins, he can't move. He can't jump over a piece of paper. He can't jump over a paper clip. And you did not make his life hell at all. He had all the time in the world. So although we have a lot of different angles to approach that game from, The biggest concern that I have is that pass rush, because I know some of y'all want to kill Nick Sirianni for the play call. I'm not. Or some of y'all want to kill Kellen Moore. Some of y'all want to kill Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore. They didn't lose that game. Now, if you want to say you should have kicked the field goal at the beginning of the game, okay, fair enough. But that was the first quarter. What happened to quarters 2, 3, and 4? 2, 3, and 4. Nick Sirianni didn't lose this game. Kellen Moore didn't lose this game. That play call at the end of the game was perfect. You caught the Falcons off guard. Your Pro Bowl running back was wide open. He caught all his targets earlier in the game, every single one. All of a sudden, he drops the most important target. Nick Sirianni didn't lose that game, and I'm not rolling with that. I'm not rolling with that. Kellen Moore didn't lose that game. I'm not rolling with that. That defensive line lost that football game. Saquon Barkley not catching the football when he was wide open. He lost that football game. Jalen Hurts threw a perfect pass. Did Jalen Hurts have the most electric bombshell game? No. But Jalen Hurts was not the problem at all the entire game. Did he throw an interception on the last drive? He sure did. He sure did. You can't do that. You can't do that at all. But when I think about that game, because I had the chance to really digest it again. Jalen Hurts didn't lose that game. He has to carry the weight of that interception, though. He has to answer for that and that alone. But can I say without a shadow of a doubt, Jalen Hurts lost that game? Hell no, because they should have never been in that position in the first place. Let's keep it a buck. He should have never been in that position in the first place. We can't have what is it called? Recency bias. That defensive line was non-existent. Non-existent. Was the interception something you didn't need? Yes. No, he did not lose that game. He did not lose that game. Because if Saquon Barkley catches that pass, we say Jalen Hurts had a good game. Jalen Hurts was converting third downs, fourth downs. He was making key passes time after time again, driving down the field. Jalen Hurts did not lose that game, in my opinion. The defensive line lost that game, and Saquon Barkley not catching that ball lost that game. He lost that game. Period. They drove. Like, again, I don't have to convince you. I'm not here to convince you. Quite frankly, I don't give a damn to convince you. I'm the one talking right now. I don't have to convince you at the end of the day. You watch this show because it's my opinion anyway. You watch this show for my opinion. We agree, we disagree, we laugh, we love, we argue, whatever it may be. Whatever, however you feel about that game, you feel about that game. How I feel about that game, that defensive line lost it. Saquon Barkley lost it. Because if Saquon Barkley catches it, the game is over. The game is over if Saquon catches it, right? I love how we love Jalen Hurts when he's making the plays and he's doing all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Putting his body on the line. And then when he's put in a compromising situation, again, he shouldn't have threw the interception. He was trying to make something happen. It was a bad decision. He has to wear that. I didn't like it either. I'm not even trying to make an excuse for him. But I don't believe he lost that game. As a matter of fact, that game was lost before the interception. If we keeping it a buck, the game was lost before the interception. And I'm going to get to your super chats, y'all. I promise you, I'm going to get to your super chats. Follow me here. Make sure you smash that like button. I appreciate it. That game was lost before he threw that interception, y'all. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. The moment Atlanta drove down that field, it took the whole life out of the building. It took the life out of the building. The life. Momentum is a real thing. Vibrations and frequencies is a real thing. When Saquon Barkley dropped that ball, it deflated the whole team because they thought that game would be over. So then with that, because think about it. Let's walk our way through it, because I'm not going to spend all day on this. I want to talk about the Saints, right? We're going to have to turn the page against, for the Saints. I'm not going to spend all day on this. I'm only spending the first part of the show on this. And then I'm moving on from it. Because it's last week, we got to focus on the Saints. But let's walk through it real quick. The defense came up huge on 4th and 1. 4th and 1, the defense came up big. They were on such a high. They thought they did exactly what they needed to win that game. Come up with the lone stop that you needed. Remember, that defense had a hard time stopping the run. The Falcons were converting the ball. They were moving down the field, controlling the clock. That defense came up big and got the one stop you needed and gave the offense the ball on their side of the field. The offense is moving the ball at ease. They get into the red zone. It's 3rd down. You decide to give the ball to your $35 million running back because he's been great all game. He's been catching everything that comes his way all game. That is a simple routine catch. And the play call was flawless. The execution was terrible. Jalen Hurts threw a perfect pass. He executed the play action perfectly. He put the ball in Saquon's hands. Saquon dropped it. When Saquon dropped that ball, I promise you, it took the air out of the building. It took the air out of the building. So now that defense has to go back on the field when they, quite frankly, thought they did their job. They got the one stop you needed. And you forced your defense, who struggled all day. It's called complementary football for a reason. Complementary football is the name of the game for a reason. That offense was supposed to help that defense right there. That offense failed that defense. Saquon Barkley dropped that ball. A routine catch. Took the life out of the building. Took the life out of the building. And now that defense has to go back on the field and play defense for a minute and 40 seconds when they had a hard time stopping them anyway. I can't get mad at Jalen Hurts for trying to win the game less than 40 seconds left. Yeah, he had 2 timeouts. He had the luxury of being patient. That's true. He had the luxury of being patient to an extent. But I can't put that game on Jalen Hurts. I personally can't. I'll put that game on that defensive line, and I'll put that game on Saquon Barkley. I'm not mad at Nick Sirianni. I'm not mad at Kellen Moore. I'm not mad at Jalen Hurts. It's two groups I'm looking at. I'm looking at that defensive line, and I'm looking at Saquon Barkley. He catch that ball, the game is over. We ain't having no conversation. He catch that ball, that defense, not even going back on that field. That defense struggled all day, y'all. We was talking about it. The defense struggled all day. The offense had to help them right there. They helped them. The defense got the one stop. The one stop that they needed all day. They got it. And the offense did not help them out. So I'm not going to sit here and look at Jalen Hurts and say he failed his team yesterday, because he didn't. I feel like Jalen Hurts was efficient. He was accurate. He was responding to the blitz. He was hitting his check downs. He was taking what they gave him. He protected the football. He was converting 3rd downs. Did we miss out on some opportunities in the red zone? Absolutely. Absolutely. Should Nick Sirianni have took the points in the first quarter? Absolutely. Is that interception by Jalen Hurts awful and ill-advised? Absolutely. But that game wasn't lost right there. That game was lost with that defensive line. That game was lost when Saquon Barkley dropped the ball. And that's just my opinion. I'm not going to spend too much time on the Atlanta Falcons game because we got real issues going forward with the New Orleans Saints. That team is red hot. Red hot. And before I get into that, I want to kick it with y'all. I want to read some of y'all comments. I want to get to y'all super chats. Thank y'all so much for being here. If you're new to the show, I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II, and you're tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. If you guys, or as you guys can already tell, the show is powered and sponsored by SeatGeek. You want $20 off your first order? Use that promo code, Chalk It Up Sports, right? Download the app. The link is in the description. The link is in the description. The link is also in the live chat. You want to support or you want a discount when you buy your tickets to your sporting events or your live shows? Oh, yeah. SeatGeek got you covered. Chalk It Up Sports got you covered. Get $20 off the total of your first order. Use promo code Chalk It Up Sports, and we're going to bless you. I appreciate y'all. Let me get to your comments. Flexing and Steppin says Dotson is not good. He had one target. I can't say he's good. He had one target. I can't even entertain that. It'd be different if he dropped the ball every time it came to him. He had one target. Why was Britton Covey second in targets to Devontae Smith? Mr. Carter says Saints may put over 50 points on the Birds. Man, they red hot right now. So that's one thing I definitely don't hope. I can't take that if that's the case. I can't take that. Pretty Me says Dotson is not trash. Give the man time to assimilate. Yeah, I mean, he got the ball one time. I can't judge him. I can't. It'd be different if he dropped like 3 balls. Like if he let you down, you threw the ball to him once. Kellen Moore didn't do a good enough job getting him involved in the game plan. Simple as that. Rufus Wallace said he got the ball one time. Absolutely. Flexing and Steppin said no play Slay got burnt. He sure did. And I ain't gonna hold you. I don't need Darius Slay dapping up Drake London talk about that was a good route. Is you fucking kidding me? Excuse my language, but is you kidding me? Good route. You lost the game. You talking about good route. Stop playing with me. Yo, Slay, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. And I got love for you. I actually got a ton of respect for you. I still think you one of the best corners in this game. But I don't want to hear you talk about good route to Drake London. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing. I ain't trying to hear that. Not one bit. Let me see what else we got here. Let's see. All right. EC1 Football, he says, Nick Sirianni confirms that he did not adjust the team following the Eagles' 22-21 loss against the Falcons on Monday night. He says on Sports Radio WIP. Why should he? Why should he? This is another narrative that I'm not buying into. Nick Sirianni should have adjusted the team. For what? They grown-ass men. He didn't lose that game. What can he say to them? Let's be honest. Be honest. What is Nick Sirianni saying to them at that game? Trust me, they got film study. They got a lot of stuff to get into throughout the week. That wasn't the time for him to say something. Timing is everything. Sometimes you got to read the room. Sometimes you got to know your players. Sometimes you have to empower your players. That was a moment for Jalen Hurts to speak, not for Nick Sirianni. What did you really, let's be real. What did you expect Nick Sirianni to say? What do you expect Nick Sirianni to say? You expect him to yell at these grown-ass men talking about you can't drop the ball. Like, what do you really expect Nick Sirianni to say in that moment? What do you expect? That game was all on the players. All on the players. They lost that game. I can't put the blame on Nick in that game. I just can't. I can nitpick what he did, but I feel like that team was in position to win that game. And I feel like the players lost it, not him. That's just my opinion. My man, the Philly Talk Podcast, Philly Mike, was good, was good, was good. He said flowers everywhere. Oh, you crazy. Let me get to your other comment too. You had something else in here that I wanted to read. I gotta find it though. Where is it? Where is it? You had another comment in here. Here it is. He said, Saquon catches the ball, we win, but we still concerned with the run defense and the pass rush. Facts. 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 Saquon catches the ball, we win. On top of that, run defense and pass rush, non-existent, unacceptable, flat out. Joey Shakes, my brother, my man, he says, man, it's an effing joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. He also says defensive line is the main issue. I couldn't agree with you more. They let Kirk Cousins go back there and look like Tom Brady. Kirk Cousins should have never, ever looked that good. He should have never had that amount of time in that pocket. Never. He also says everything else is fixable. Yeah, you're right. Everything else is fixable. But that D-line, I'm scared. I'm scared. And he also says Covey had more targets than Dotson. What a joke. Facts. Why the hell would you trade for him? Why are you game planning for Covey and not getting Dotson the ball? Now, is that chemistry? Is that comfort? I don't know what that is. But I'm sorry. I would have drew something up for Jahan Dotson. I would have got him involved way more. One target, one catch, one first down conversion. Come on, man. You got to be better than that. Joey also says move Devin White to middle linebacker and Bond to the edge. White's got to play. Yo, listen, Bryce Huff, $51 million, and you looking like that? Yo, Bryce Huff. Did y'all see that play where he came off the line and he fell before anybody touched him? It was like he got hit by a phantom chip. He got hit by a phantom chip. Who touched him? And you know what's so crazy? When we brought in Bryce Huff, I said, is he ready to be a full-time player? I said that. I said my biggest concern with Bryce Huff is, can he be a full-time guy? Can he be more than just a third down player? And so far, he is not showing that he is capable of being a full-time edge rusher. He was getting knocked on his ass by tight ends. I'm not going to kill him for the Bijan Robinson chip because he got chipped. I can't kill him for that. You got chipped. But, bro, you was getting blocked by tight ends. There was a point where he was doing the Lil' Kim. Did y'all see that play where the tight end or the right tackle, I think, was in front of him, and he was doing the Lil' Kim? Bryce Huff was trying to get past him. It was like, bro, put hands on him. Put hands on him. Put hands on him. He was trying to dance with the man. If you don't put hands and feet on that man and stop playing, let's keep it real. Like, let me get some of your comments, man. JJ Irvin says Huff look afraid out there, bruh. Facts. And I'm gonna get to your super chats too. I promise you that. I promise you. Philly Talk Podcast at tight ends, bullying and Huff. Big facts, big dog. Big facts. Unacceptable. Eagles realist said had to step outside of the gig for that Lil' Kim dance. Y'all crazy. Somebody said, take that. Y'all out of pocket, yo. Kev Talking Bird says, I think better D-line play and better coaching will fix this. Yes, the D-line, Kev, that you're right. The D-line play, absolutely right. And did I nitpick coaching a little bit watching that game? Like, did I have a problem with certain moments with the coaching? Sure. But honestly, bro, I don't feel like Nick Sirianni lost that game. I don't feel like Kellen Moore lost that game. I don't even feel Vic Fangio lost that game. You held the Atlanta Falcons to 22 points. The offense should have did their job more. That defensive line should have been way more physical at the point of attack. I can't put it on Nick. I'm sorry. That's just not. I can't. Nick not calling the plays at all. I just can't look at Nick Sirianni and say he lost his game. I can't. The players lost that game. That was the most clear-cut player lost game I've seen in a while. Clear cut. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you, Kev. G Fish with the $5 super chat. He said, why the F Dotson? He said, F Dotson's, why Dallas not getting the he said, F Dotson, why Dallas Goedert not getting the ball? His play's been going downhill since Super Bowl. Facts. That's another thing I don't understand. What's going on with not utilizing Dallas Goedert? Dallas Goedert is a walking mismatch. What's not happening? What's the dealio? Like, I got to be honest about this. I look at Dallas Goedert and I say to myself, him and Jalen Hurts have been playing together for a long time. Why? What's the lack of connection there? Why isn't Dallas Goedert being a focal point in this offense, especially when you don't have AJ Brown? Especially when you don't have AJ Brown. Losing that game was so damaging because if you win, you could have proved to people that you can win a football game without AJ Brown. So far, the Philadelphia Eagles have not won a football game without AJ Brown. That does not look good on the quarterback. That does not look good on the coaches. That don't look good on anybody. So far, the Philadelphia Eagles have not won a football game without AJ Brown. That is not a good look. You got to get Dallas Goedert involved. You have to. And also, let's be honest about this. We talking about the Eagles are 1-1, right? If we're being honest, the Eagles are 2-7. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, let's get real spooky. Let's get real spooky. They not 1-1. They 2-7. Coming off of that season last year, coming off of that playoff loss, they 2-7. So they got to turn the page. And they got to do a better job at getting Dallas Goedert involved. Thank you, G Fish. I really do appreciate you. Let me give you your wrench, brother. Thank you for donating to the show. You guys know how I do it. Whenever you guys donate to the show, you get a wrench. So I appreciate you. Thank you, G Fish. Be more the big dog. He said, Tone, I needed 2 days to digest or to disengage. We are not as good as I believed, especially on defense. Be more, that defense, they look so bad on Monday. But it was more so the D-line. I felt like the linebackers and the DBs was actually making it a little bit difficult for Kirk Cousins. That D-line did not help them at all. The linebackers and the DBs, they can't cover forever. That D-line was the crux of that loss, of that game. You couldn't stop the run. Bijan Robinson was averaging 8 yards a fucking carry. 8 yards a carry. And then in the second half, Kirk Cousins was damn near flawless. But I feel you. I feel you, brother. I feel you on that. Listen, on Monday, we went live 3 times, Be More. We was live 3 times that day. Morning, afternoon, and after the game. Yesterday, I took a me day. I took a me day. Thank you, Be More, for your super chat. Shizzo Flex with the $4.99 super chat. He says, see, that's the issue, Tone. Hurts wasn't the reason we lost, but the really elite guys are the reason their teams win. That's what makes them special. Shizzo, that's a good point. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't feel you on that. That is a very, very good point, Shizzo. That's a good point. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locked in. I really do appreciate it. We got over 120 people tuned in right now. We only got 42 likes, so make sure you guys smash that like button and catch up. I appreciate you guys hopping in. Smash that like button on the way in and on the way out. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. You guys are tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Shizzo, I can't sit here and pretend like I don't feel you. I can't sit here and pretend like I don't feel you, because I feel you, Shizzo. I feel you on that. That's a great point, Shiz. That's a great point. I got to admit. He also says, and thank you for your super chats. He also says, we paying a quarterback 50 plus million. And he's just a guy without AJ that can't make plays with his leg, that can make plays with his legs. You give Allen that same cash, we score 40 points, point blank. Thank you for your super chat, Shiz. Thank you for your super chat, Shiz. Thank you for your super chat, Shiz. Step with the $10 super chat. Thank you, big dog. He says, Shalom, Tone. One thing is certain on the defensive side of the ball, Bryce Huff is trash. What a mistake to let Reddick go and walk out the building. Y'all know how I talk, man. I don't like calling players trash. I don't like calling players garbage. I don't like talking that way. That's just me personally. You know, I'm not trying to change y'all, but that's just me. I don't like calling players trash, but Bryce Huff so far has been a non-factor. Bryce Huff so far is stealing money. You know what he said in his press conference in the postgame? He said, you know, I'm just going to continue to attack my process and, you know, go back to the drawing board. And I'm paraphrasing, but basically he said, I'm just going to go back and attack my process and do what got me here and just, you know, be better. Well, first of all, your process ain't working, brother. So far through 2 weeks, your process ain't working. So I ain't trying to hear that. But he's been a non-factor, Shep, a non-factor, non-existent. He has not helped this football team. He has hurt this football team, flat out. But again, just because I don't communicate using trash and garbage and that's just not me. But I will say he was a non-factor. I will say he was non-existent. I will say he was a ghost. I will say that he was a detriment to the team. I will say that. Thank you, Shep, for your super chat. It means a lot to me, brother. G Fish with another super chat. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. He says, man, I was at the game. Row 12. So close. I can see Huff out there doing electric slides. Huff is trashed. Hey, listen, I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm gonna let y'all cook and do y'all thing. So far he's not been good. So far he has been a liability, right? He's been a liability. So G Fish, I can't argue with you. I really can't. Thank you for your $5 super chat, brother. I'm so mad that you wasted your money. I'm so mad you wasted your money, bro. But look, how about this, right? SeatGeek. Promo code Chalk It Up Sports. Whenever you want to go to another game, use that promo code. You'll get $20 off your first order, brother. So maybe that can be some kind of consolation, right? Download the SeatGeek app. The link is in the description. Click that thing. Download that. Whenever you want to go to another Eagles game, and maybe you can save some money. Use that promo code Chalk It Up Sports to get $20 off your first order. You'll get taken care of, brother. That's the least that we could do, right? That's the least we could do to try to get some of that money back in your pocket. Thank you, G-Fish. Warv, what's going on, big dog? With the $4.99 super chat, he says, we wouldn't be saying anything about Hurts if Saquon simply catches the ball. Hurts almost had 300 yards. Hurts almost had 300 yards of offense. He's at the bottom of our – that's what I'm saying. I feel like Hurts, although they didn't put up the amount of points that I feel like they should have put up, Hurts was productive. He was efficient. He was protecting the ball. He was moving the chains. He was doing whatever it took to win. He was accurate. He read the blitz beautifully. He was hitting his check downs. He was taking what they gave him. Sometimes defenses play well enough where you just got to take what they give you. And I felt like he did that. And then when all the chips were on the line, when the pressure was at its highest, he failed. And I got to acknowledge that he failed when his team needed him most. He failed. That's a fact. I can't deny that. But I'm not putting the loss on him, though. I can acknowledge that he failed the team in that moment, but I don't think they lost that game because of him. So, Worf, man, you're on the same page. Thank you for your super chat, brother. Time Works. What's going on, big dog? With the $10 super chat. You know I appreciate you. He says, is it a lack of talent on defense, or is it a lack of hunger by players to reach their full potential? It was easy at Georgia. Mismatches every week. Some guys need to take a long look in the mirror. Woo! Time works. Time works, brother. You just said a word, man. This ain't college no more. You're going up against grown-ass men. You should have been able to take advantage of that Falcons defensive line. You gave them all that confidence early. So, yeah, man, I feel you on that. I feel you. Because that defense has to – no, I can't even say it's like a talent defense. I can't roll with that personally. That defense has talent. Something's not clicking. They getting moved off the ball. Bryce Huff is a non-factor. Nolan Smith, non-factor. BG, Josh Sweat, who continues to fly under the radar. Josh Sweat, liability right now. Thank you, Tom Works, for your super chat. Let me get to Larry Love super chat. Thank you, Larry. He says, another red zone short yardage pass play. Shaking my head. Defense is worse than last year's. It's regressed. We brought back they here to play running back with 3 yards, not a wide receiver. I think I get what you're saying, Larry Love, right? But again, obviously we feel differently about it. Nothing was wrong with that play call, if we're being honest. They ran the ball the whole drive. And then it's 3rd and 3. You catch the defense off guard. Your running back is wide open. The ball hit him in the hands. He catches that ball. He catches that routine ball. The game is over. But on the other hand, like you said, you should have ran the ball. Some will argue, well, if Saquon was running the ball the whole time and doing well, it's 3rd and 3. You think he can't get 3 yards? That's one angle people have been taking, and I understand that angle. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it because at the end of the day, right? If you run the ball, at the end of the day, the clock is running. You take time off the clock, and if he don't get the 3 yards, if he get 4th and 1, okay, then you quarterback sneak it, and you get it, and the game's over. So look, man, there's so many ways we can approach this thing. But just going off of what actually happened, Saquon Barkley lost that football game. That defensive line lost that football game. I don't think Kellen Moore nor Nick Sirianni lost that game. And honestly, I'm not mad at Nick Sirianni not saying nothing to those guys after the game, because what do you expect them to say? That game was on the players, and they know it. That's why Jalen Hurts spoke, because they lost that game. The players lost that game, not Nick Sirianni, not Kellen Moore. I understand Nick Sirianni, and thank you, Larry Love, for your super chat. I understand Nick Sirianni is an easy target. I understand Nick Sirianni is, on the hot seat in a lot of people's eyes. But he didn't lose that game. He didn't lose that game at all. All right, let's see where we are here. We've been live for about 43 minutes. Before we get to our next segment, make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show, especially if you're new. Thank you so much to all of you guys who are watching the show after the fact. I know some of you guys can't watch it live, and I'm so grateful for you guys who always double back to the channel and rewatch the content or watch it for the first time. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. We are going to take a quick minute break. Before we get to our next segment. We're going to take a quick break so we can hear a word from our new sponsor, SeatGeek. Stay tuned, you guys. We're coming right back in 1 minute and 15 seconds. You guys are tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Stick around. What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, Chalk It Up Sports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. All right. We are back. You guys are tuned in to Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. I appreciate you all for being here. Smash that like button. Excuse me. Thank you guys for supporting the show. As you guys can see, we are growing here. We have a sponsor, and SeatGeek is really blessing us right now. So make sure you guys support and make sure you guys take advantage and bless yourself and use that Chalk It Up Sports promo code so you can benefit from the SeatGeek promo and get $20 off your first order. Once again, promo code Chalk It Up Sports. Lock in on that. Now, let's get into the next conversation before we get out of here, y'all. Let's get into the next conversation. Because I've spent way too much time on that last game. Let me get to Larry Love's last super chat. Larry says, Tone, we brought Barkley here to run on 3rd and 3, but the whole world knowing we're gonna run. That's why we got him. We have the line to make it make sense. I get it. Larry, I get it. But I wasn't mad at the play call. I get it. I wasn't mad, but I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't mad at the play call. I wasn't mad at it though. Because if he catch the ball, we're not saying this. Let's be honest. If he catches the ball, we're not saying this, Larry. But I appreciate you, and you know, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion for sure. All right. So New Orleans Saints, the game that I'm really not looking forward to, if I'm being honest. The New Orleans Saints have been on fire. On fire. The New Orleans Saints in back-to-back weeks dropped 47 points on the Panthers and 44 points on the Cowboys. They have yet to give up more than 20 points in a football game. Now, here's the thing about this game here and about the Saints. Although the New Orleans Saints are red hot so far, and they are putting up a ton of numbers, and they look fluid, they look dangerous, they look like one of the most explosive teams in the NFL right now. I understand that, right? But part of me asks myself, the Carolina Panthers, are they really going to give you that much competition? The Cowboys, we know that defense is fools. We know they're fool's gold all the time. We know that the Dallas Cowboys defense is fool's gold at times. So, again, right? I know the Saints did what they did in back-to-back weeks. I know that. And trust me, I am respecting them to the fullest. But I also want to think about who they played against. But at the same time, based off how the Eagles are looking, what difference will they make? But because I have a responsibility to you guys, I'm not going to sit here and act like woe is me. I'm not going to sit here and act like the sky is falling, because it ain't. The Eagles are 1-1, and the Saints are 2-0. The Eagles win that game. The Eagles win the game. Now they're 2-1, and the Saints are 2-1. We're only going into week 3. We're going into week 3. The season is far, and I repeat, the season is far from over, you guys. Far from over. We have, and I repeat, we have 15 more games. 15 more games. So, although I am frustrated, although I am disappointed in how that Atlanta Falcons game looked, we got 15 games left. So much football. We look at this defense and we say to ourselves, hold on, wait. This ain't a talent issue. This is an execution. This is a heart issue, right? I don't know what it is with the defensive line, but everything else that happened in that game, I say to myself, oh, they can fix a lot of that. They can fix that. But that defensive line, that's where the real concerns come. And I ask myself, can they get to Derek Carr? Derek Carr is confident. He has a play call. He has a play caller that's putting him in position to win. They're getting him easy completions. Alvin Kamara, his running back, is on fire. Chris Olave is a stud. Rashid Shaheed is a deep threat. He will burn the hell out of you. And let's be honest about this. There was a couple times in that Falcons game where Raven McLeod took the top off of the defense, but Kirk Cousins just couldn't find him or couldn't get the ball to him. So CJ, GJ, Reed, Blankenship, listen, I don't want to see nobody getting past y'all. Rashid Shaheed will get past you easily. Easily. And their offensive line has played very, very well. Their defense has played very, very well. Their D-line, the linebackers, they were on point. They beat the Cowboys without their start, without what's my man's name? Is it Marshawn? Not is it Lattimore? Is it Lattimore? They beat the Cowboys without Marshawn Lattimore. Just saying. Just saying, man. As of right now, let me look at some of these numbers here. And the crazy thing about it is, Derek Carr hasn't even thrown the ball a lot. They've just been maximizing opportunities, and they've been so explosive. Derek Carr is averaging over 11 yards per attempt. He has 5 touchdowns and 1 interception on the season. Only been sacked twice. Alvin Kamara, 35 touches on the season, 198 yards. Alvin Kamara is averaging almost 6 yards a carry. You couldn't stop Josh Jacobs. You couldn't stop Bijan Robinson. Why the hell do I think you can stop Alvin Kamara? And the Eagles haven't been tackling well the past couple weeks. Alvin Kamara has 4 touchdowns on the season. Rashid Shaheed lead the team in receptions and yards. Rashid Shaheed, through 2 games, 169 yards, averaging 24 yards of reception. I repeat, Rashid Shaheed is averaging 24 yards of reception, 2 touchdowns. That Saints team is very explosive. And the Philadelphia Eagles will get got if they don't clean up their issues. But you're on a short week now. You came off a 10 days rest. Now you're only going to have, what, 9 or maybe 8 or 7 days? Not even, matter of fact. You're going to have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 days rest. 5 days rest. You're on a short week. And you got to figure out some of your issues before you play the New Orleans Saints. I'm concerned about that matchup. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to fake the funk. I'm concerned. I'm not going to concern. I'm not going to act like I'm not concerned. I'm going to be honest. Larry Love says Kamara never has success when he plays us. He hurt us a few years ago with the pass in the flats. But other than that, Kamara does nothing. But then again, flex ain't here no more. Oh, did you mean Fletch? Fletch ain't here no more. Yeah, right. Exactly. Fletch ain't here no more at all. That's a good point, though. Big Chris says Blankenship can't cover. Fanny says, I agree with Warv. What did Warv say? Warv said, y'all expectations too high. This is the NFL. You're not blowing teams out every week or winning every game. It is what it is. Everybody gets paid. That's a very, very, very mature point, Warv. And you're absolutely right. The reality is this is the NFL. Those brothers get paid too. And this is a week-to-week league. Teams make adjustments. They go back to the drawing board. These guys are professionals. So just how the Falcons went back to the drawing board and put it on the Eagles, The Eagles got to go back to the drawing board and find a way to win that game against the Saints. But this is the NFL. Teams lose games and win games all the time. But it's how you win. It's how you lose sometimes, right? Like, how you lose is more important than how you win, if I'm being honest. Because if you got a lead and you blow a game, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. But if you win a game by 3, by a field goal, then you got some things, then you got some positive things to take from it. But you can't blow a game the way the Eagles did. But, Warv, I understand what you're saying, though. That's a very, very mature point. Very mature point. I appreciate you. Let me get to some of these super chats. I know some of them came in. Larry Love with another super chat. With the $4.99 super chat. He says, another red zone short yardage pass play. Shaking my head. Defense is worse than last year's. It's regressed. We brought back you brought a running back in for those 3 yards, not a wide receiver. I get what you're saying, Larry. I get it. Oh, no, this is an old one. I'm tripping. This is an old one. I'm tripping. My bad. I read that already. Shep with the $10 super chat. Miami did the same thing, but what happened to them? Anything can happen on any given Sunday. Go Birds. That's a good thing, Shep. Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. Thank you for your donation, big dog. Shizzo with the $4.99 super chat. He says, Hurts is good, not elite. We overrate him as fans. He has it made. Top 3 O-line, great skill players. If he was in Buffalo, they're an 8-win team at best. Look, Shiz, I think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, right? And quite frankly, me personally, I don't use the word elite loosely. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. In my humble opinion, there's one elite guy, and everybody else is just great and good and average and so on and so forth. In my humble opinion, there's only one elite guy in the league, and that's Patrick Mahomes. Everybody else up there is just great and good. That's my opinion. Because elite is more than just your talent. Elite is winning the big games. Elite is having comeback drives, right? Game-winning drives. Elite is having some hardware to add to your resume. So, Shizzo, to your point, I'm not going to argue with you, but I'll say this. There's only one elite quarterback in the NFL. One elite quarterback in the NFL. And that's my opinion. I don't use elite loosely. A lot of people throw it around. Not me. Not me. All right, let's see. Let me get to this other super chat. This is the one I'm going to read. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. He said, Tone, we brought Barkley here to run on 3rd and 3, with the whole world knowing we're going to run. Yeah, man, you're right. You're right. You're right, man. You're right. You're right. I can't deny it, bro. I can't deny it. I really appreciate y'all for the super chats, man. Y'all really been going crazy with those. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Big Chris says Lamar is elite. Imagine him on the offense. Hold on. Time's out. Time's out, Big Chris. Time's out, Big Chris. These past 2 weeks, has Lamar Jackson been elite? Hold on. These past 2 weeks, has Lamar Jackson been elite? I'm asking you a very simple question. These past 2 weeks, has Lamar Jackson been elite? He just lost to the fucking Raiders. Has Lamar Jackson been elite these past 2 weeks? I need somebody to tell me. Somebody speak up if you ever hold your peace. Ace Boogie said, hell no. Observer said, what, Lamar? Ace Boogie said Lamar in the same boat as Jalen. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm about to have a hot take. I'm about to give y'all a hot take. And y'all and y'all and some of y'all might be mad at me. But I'm going to give y'all a hot take right now. The only thing separating Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts is 2 MVP awards. 2 MVP awards. And I'm not even saying Lamar Jackson didn't deserve them. Lamar Jackson was very valuable to the Ravens last year. But the only thing separating Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts is 2 MVP awards. Lamar Jackson, I watched his games these past couple weeks. Lamar Jackson is not a better passer than Jalen Hurts. If anything, they're on par with each other. Lamar Jackson doesn't throw a better deep ball than Jalen Hurts. That's a fact. Lamar Jackson does not throw a better deep ball than Jalen Hurts. That is a fact. But again, Lamar Jackson, 2 MVP awards. I'm not taking that away from him. Big Chris has better arm. I don't care about how strong your arm is, Big Chris. I'm sorry. I don't care about how big your arm is or how strong your arm is. The strongest, better legs. Okay, all right, whatever. You talking about combine shit. You talking about combine stuff. Yeah, he run a faster 40. Okay, he got a stronger arm. Okay, but Lamar Jackson, I watch Lamar Jackson play all the time. Lamar Jackson is not an elite passer. He's not. He's not an elite passer. He's not an elite passer. He's not. I hate that this is becoming a Lamar Jackson bashing session because I like Lamar Jackson a lot. But I watch Lamar Jackson play weekly. He is not a better passer than Jalen Hurts. They are on par. The only thing separating Lamar Jackson is 2 MVP awards and a 40-yard dash time. That's it. The only thing separating Lamar Jackson from Jalen Hurts is 2 MVP awards and a 40-yard dash time. And honestly, his MVP awards was won because of his legs, not because of his arm. Not because of his arm. So look, I'm not trying to sit here and say Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar. I'm not even trying to say that. I'm really not trying to go there. But like when you sit here and tell me Lamar Jackson is leaps and bounds above Jalen Hurts, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way at all. I've been watching Lamar Jackson these past couple weeks. He has not given you elite quarterback play at all. At all. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to, because I like Lamar Jackson. And I hate that it sounds like I'm killing him because I genuinely like Lamar Jackson, like genuinely. But you're not going to use Lamar Jackson as a way to disparage Jalen Hurts. It's not fair. It is not right to, and it's not fair to either of those players, in my humble opinion. Larry Love with another $4.99 super chat. He says, Tone, I think the corners need the freedom to press. I think it's hurting the D-line, giving quarterbacks easy reads. Pressing changes reads. That's a good point. That's a good point. But you know that Fangio defense, they play a lot of zone, and you don't really play pressing zone. But I understand, right? I understand what you're saying. You got to give these guys chances to knock some of these receivers off of their spots. I get it. I totally get it. I get it. Thank you, Larry Love, for your super chat, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Joshua Mullen says, when it comes to Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, they're like Goku and Vegeta. Yeah. Yeah. I roll with that. I can roll with that. I can roll with that. Nico and Stephen Scher says, Tone, arm power ain't it. Accuracy and movement needs to be counted above all. Exactly. I think Jalen Hurts is more accurate than Lamar Jackson. As a matter of fact, let me try to compare. Let me see if I can compare some guys here. Because there's a way to do it, I think. I need to find a way to compare Jalen Hurts and all right, let's see here. Let's see. All right. Give me a second here. Okay. Now these are, let me see something. All right. Okay. So let me get to these comments, back to these comments. The artist returns. Says my man Tone. Two things. Jalen needs to do better with the center of the field reads on cover zero and improving that sucky defense. I'm just saying. And yeah, Lamar equals Jalen. He's not that much better. Exactly. That's my. I don't think he's that much better, bro. I don't think that. I really don't think he's that much better. He's faster. That's it. That's it. That's really it, bro. He's faster. That's it. Bo 1990 says Lamar couldn't throw that dot to Smitty, surrounded by 3 defenders, and we saw it week 1. It's a fact. That's as a man. I'm so glad you said that, Bo. That was the exact same play, basically, or the exact same route or situation. That was the exact same situation. 3 defenders surrounding your receiver. Can you fit the ball in the keyhole? Lamar Jackson couldn't do it. Hurts did. Shizzo says Lamar does more with less. Hurts has never had to worry about O-line issues. Lamar's best wide receiver was Hollywood Brown, and he threw 36 touchdowns and led the league. Let's stop this. They're not in the same tier. Well, listen, Shizzo. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing with that. To your first point about Lamar doing more with less, right? Well, guess what? That's on the Ravens. That's what the Ravens want to do. I'm not mad at Jalen Hurts for having weapons, and I'm not going to use it as a way to lessen what he brings to the table. I don't have those kind of arguments. That's a lazy and a pointless argument. I'm not going to get mad at a player because his GM wants to surround him with talent. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Not mad at it one bit. Not mad at it at all. Now, as far as the where you wrote where is it? O-line issues. Lamar best wide receiver was Hollywood Brown. And he threw 36 touchdowns, led the league. Let's stop this. They're not in the same tier. Okay, I'll put it to you this way, right, Shizzo? I'll put it to you this way. I'm not going to put Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, is not leaps and bounds above Jalen Hurts. He's not. He's not. Do I think Lamar Jackson is a more talented player than Jalen Hurts? Probably. But no, he's not. He's not in my opinion. He's not leaps and bounds. Big Chris says Lamar's better. Trust your eyes. I've been watching 2 weeks of Lamar Jackson football. My eyes tell me that he is not having a good season so far. I've watched Lamar Jackson. Just because I'm glad you said what you said, Big Chris. He says Lamar's better. Just trust your eyes. I watched Lamar Jackson for 2 straight weeks. 2 straight weeks. He couldn't get it done when he had opportunities. Stop it, man. Stop it. Lamar Jackson had 2 opportunities to win 2 games. Stop it, man. Stop it. Come on, man. We got to be honest. I've been watching him for the past 2 weeks closely. Not impressed. My man War with the 999 super chat. He says, I encourage you all to look at the all 22 and look at Fran Duffy or Gate City Sports for film breakdown. If you never played the sport, you will then understand how well Jalen has played overall. Jalen played well. I feel like Jalen played within the game. It was one of those games. It was one of those games where, score was going to be low. You got to take advantage of your opportunities, limited possessions. And I feel like, look, at the end of the day, they lost the game, man. They lost the game. And they got the Saints this week. And it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be tough for everybody. It's going to be tough for the Eagles defense. It's going to be tough for the Eagles offense because that Saints defense is playing very well. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a very tough game. Thank you, War, for your super chat. My man Delco Green, he says, Tone, we'll see because they play each other this year. They both throw game in the hero passes. I'm not debating that. I'm not debating that at all. And we're definitely going to find out. Big Chris says Lamar with Barkley and these weapons is a Super Bowl win. All I'm saying. No, it's not. You can't definitively say that. Lamar Jackson has made it to divisional rounds and AFC championship games and has dropped and has no, he's had better opportunities. Like, no. Nothing is that clear. Nothing is that clear cut. Nothing is that clear cut. As far as I'm concerned, it don't matter who you put with Lamar Jackson. Once the playoffs start, he's not the same player. Sorry. The reality is, anyway, Bo 1990 says they have Derrick Henry in 0-2. Facts. Rufus says we need to talk about Carr. Facts. Derek Carr. Listen, man, I've never been a big Derek Carr fan. I've always felt like Derek Carr was a B-level quarterback. But right now, he's looking like an A-level quarterback because of the opportunities they're able to create with that offense. Kubiak is doing an amazing job as the OC. They look very, very good, man. They look very, very good. Derek Carr so far in the season, 30 for 39, completing 77% of his passes, 443 passing yards, averaging over 11 yards an attempt, 5 passing touchdowns, only sacked twice, passer rating of 142.4. Derek Carr has been damn near flawless. Carr has been sharp. He's been very sharp. So, it's going to be a tough game, y'all. It's going to be a tough game. But at the end of the day, before we get out of here, I need us to understand one thing. Above all else, although we have our fair share of concerns, right? Everyone has different concerns. And although we have them, I think the one thing that we have to hang our hat on is this. It's only 2 weeks. We're only entering week 3. They're only 1-1. You know what I mean? Like, we're not in week 10. We're not in week 7 or week 13 or week 6. No, we're only 2 weeks in. 2 weeks in. So, although we have our fair share of concerns, and trust me, they are legitimate. They're legitimate. We're only in week 3. We're only entering week 3, y'all. So I just want us to be a little bit more. I want to take some of the pressure off of us right now. As content creators, as supporters of the Philadelphia Eagles, I just want us to take some of the pressure off of ourselves right now. The Eagles are 1-1. It's only been 2 weeks of football. We have 15 games left. So much can change. So much can happen. So much can get right. So much more football to learn and be played. And you guys, it's only been 2 weeks. Only been 2 weeks, okay? So maybe I'm saying this because I need to give myself some kind of consolation. Maybe I'm the one that needs to reassure the optimism in the room. Maybe I need that. But y'all my people. Y'all my tribe. And I really do appreciate y'all for always supporting the show the way y'all do. So just know, only 2, just put it in perspective, y'all. Only 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay? And on top of that, y'all, there are a lot of teams that we all expect to be in it to win it in the end that are 1-1. We expect the Detroit Lions to be in it. They're 1-1. We expect the Cowboys to be a threat down the line. They're 1-1. We expect the 49ers to be a threat down the line. They're 1-1. We expect the Green Bay Packers to be a threat down the line. They're 1-1. Let's talk about teams who are supposed to be in it to win it, but right now they're 0-2. The Baltimore Ravens, 0-2. I expect them to still be in it. The Cincinnati Bengals, they're 0-2. I expect them to still be in it. The Los Angeles Rams, they're 0-2. I expect them to be a wild card team. The Cleveland Browns, 1-1. They could possibly be a wild card team. The New York Jets, 1-1. I think they're going to be a playoff team. The Atlanta Falcons, they're 1-1. I had them winning the division. And let's think about the teams that are 2-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-0. Do you really expect them to be a problem later down the line? Let's be honest. The Seattle Seahawks, they're 2-0. Do you expect them to really be a problem later down the line? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 2-0. I respect what they're doing. Buffalo Bills, 2-0. I respect what they're doing as well, with the lack of talent. Saints, 2-0. We know that's a real thing right there. The Minnesota Vikings, 2-0. Do we really expect the 2-0 Vikings to be a problem? Let's be honest. Do we expect the 2-0 Vikings to really be an issue later down the line in the playoffs? No. Right? So, again, I just want us to understand that it's only been 3 weeks, or it's only been 2 weeks, and we got another game this Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. It's going to be a tough game. Trust and believe. I'm not dismissing that at all. It's going to be a very, very tough game. But at the end of the day, you got to play the game. And at the end of the day, everybody got to show up. It ain't just on the Eagles to show up. The Saints got to put up or shut up. They've been red hot. So let's see if they can keep the momentum up. And let's see if the Philadelphia Eagles can turn things around. Okay? So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the show. Thank y'all for y'all super chats. Thank you to my man Warv with his super chats. Thank you for Larry Love. Thank you for Shep. Thank you for Shizzo Flex. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been giving so many super chats. Thank you to Relative Time Works for his super chat. G Fish with his super chats as well. Thank you so much. My man Benjamin Moore. B Moore. Thank you so much, my man. Shizzo, man, you've been donating a lot. Shep donated a lot. G Fish, man. Larry Love. All of y'all, man. Thank you. Warv. I appreciate y'all, man. The love is felt. The love is appreciated. And listen, Woosa. I know the D-line looks bad. Really bad. But Woosa. And make sure to hit that like button on the way out, too. But Woosa. 2 weeks, breathe. Just breathe, y'all. That's all. 2 weeks. And it's straight like that. Smash that like button. Please. Let's go on a quick spree. We got over 100 people in the building. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. You guys are amazing. Thank y'all so much for watching this show in real time. Thank you for guys tuning in live. Thank you for all of you who watches the show after the fact that can't catch it live. Thank y'all so much. Again, smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. Make sure you guys go check out the Chalk It Up Sports merch shop. We have a ton of items available on there for you guys. It means a lot to me. Goes a long way. We have t-shirts. We got hoodies. We got sweatshirts. We get everything you need, man. The Chalk It Up Sports hoodie, the graphic, the logo is on the back, and we got Chalk It Up Sports on the front. I appreciate y'all for locking in on that. It comes in 3 different colorways as well. And again, sweatshirts comes in 3 different colorways. Comes in black, comes in green, comes in gray. Then the oversized shirts comes in black, comes in eucalyptus, otherwise known as tan, and also comes in green as well. So thank y'all so much for supporting the show. Make sure you guys go like it on the Chalk It Up Sports merch shop. The links are available everywhere on the channel. Thank y'all so much. Goes a long way. Once again, smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the show. I've been your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys have been locked in on Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show.